Hey guys, it's Pam Plays Games. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We're about to go into the ballroom. We just had our little chat with Morrigan, and uh, obviously you're not going to know who she is if you've never seen a Dragon Age game before. Morrigan was one of the major characters in Origins, and she was the one who, one of the romanceable characters.
I'm so glad Maman did not want to attend. She always ruins everything.
Not as much as you do.
Okay, there's something. Oh, that's the
Galida
door again.
Tsurisiavash, eldest daughter of the Ghana of Dasmud, and Riveni, ambassador to the Imperial Court.
So we're still getting introductions. People are dancing down there. I'm gonna hopefully find, there's another Capri coin right around here somewhere. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe? Maybe not. I recently rewatched the British Shakespeare Company's
Sir Honorine Chastain, Chevalier of the Empire, champion of the Grand Tourney of Tant.
I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband, Philippe, was thrown from his horse.
City.
Another time, perhaps?
Oh, I guess I still can't talk to you. British Shakespeare Company is a group that I've seen a couple times. They've been around for quite a while, actually.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Marquis, it's been far too long. How's your family in Valchevin?
No complaints, my dear, no complaints. You must come to the chateau to see the girls. They will be overjoyed.
Oh, I've missed them very much. Little Sylvie must be 10 now, no?
11. And already up to my elbow. Oh, how they grow.
Perhaps I shall call on you soon.
Excellent. Now I must dance with the Dowager. It was lovely to see you, my dear.
Look at Lady Cambion's slippers. Trimmed with pearls. And emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambion's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambion acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
You're different here than in Skyhold. More approachable, perhaps?
This is Halamshiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial Court. This is the beating heart of the great game. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
Have you seen anything interesting?
Oh yes. Halamshiral is lousy with scandals and scheming. But no sign of a Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
So yeah, we delivered those, and that means our court approval went up to 77, which is nice. Now we're gonna go talk to Briella's,
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
The game, of course. Celine has something up her sleeve.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course. Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
I found something?
My investigations turned up something interesting. Concerns the
yeah.
Grand Duke. He's made a lot of threats to the Council of Heralds.
The Grand Duke is all talk, Inquisitor.
Very loud talk, accompanied by swords.
He has never had any skill at the game.
My
And-
investigations turned up something interesting.
Okay, what did we find about
Concerns
Briella?
Ambassador Briella. She killed ambassadors from both Celine and Gaspard and forged documents to both sides.
How despicable!
After the Empress extended her hospitality?
She's better at the game than we thought.
Her people have infiltrated every part of the Winter Palace.
This is extremely alarming, Inquisitor.
She could be spying on our every word.
How exciting!
So this doesn't really concern them, like concerns us.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations.
I don't really care, personally.
Seems strange to hold peace talks during a ball.
Oh, do your people have no customs surrounding great occasions? How sad.
By Orlesian tradition, moments of great solemnity are celebrated with revels and feasts.
While joyous occasions are given time for reflection and contemplation.
We must never forget that life is both bitter and sweet.
The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future, while we mourn those killed in the war.
Okay, well, I'm done with this conversation for now.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade!
And I have to talk to Briella, which I don't really want to do. I wonder if that coin that I'm thinking of is over here. I guess not. Gaspard's over here, but I don't really need to talk to him. Yeah, so the British Shakespeare Company is... actually, Celine's out there, but I can't go out and talk to her. British Shakespeare Company is a group that basically reduces... They started out with the complete works of Shakespeare abridged, and then moved on to things like all the great works. They did the Bible abridged. They did Sports, which is the first show that I actually saw. But the first one... an older version of, not an older version of the show, but an older company, I guess. They recorded it, and it actually got, put out on a DVD and everything, so people who can't go to the show could still see it. They tour all over the world, but the show itself is on YouTube, and I highly recommend checking it out. All the entire works of William Shakespeare abridged, and there's a part where they're dissecting Ophelia's feelings for Hamlet in the second act, and they did this whole audience participation thing, and the part of the audience has to go, maybe, maybe not, and for some reason that has been coming into my head a lot lately, so yeah, that's all that was about.
How many of the guests have mistaken you for a kitchen servant? You
Enough.
charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
I want to know more about the peace talks. What can you tell me about Celine and Gaspard?
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen skirmishes on the Navarran border. He's a simple man. Simple men aren't hard to manipulate. Celine is the voice of reason in the Empire. But reason is cautious. Reason looks for compromise. Reason doesn't choose radical change, however sorely it may be needed.
I want to know more about you.
I had a question about you, Briella.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good at what I do. And so that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
So, I think that's all I can... Oh.
I've been told you were romantically involved with the Empress.
I didn't take you for a gossip monger, Inquisitor. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. Yes, Celine and I were lovers once, but we've gone our separate ways now.
What's your story? How was an elf invited to the Empress's ball as an ambassador?
Empress Celine and I have... history. There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
I'm surprised you'd admit that, considering the circumstances.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would certainly pin her death on me. An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about Gaspard. He's been threatening the nobles on the Council of Heralds.
Typical. Gaspard's always been a bully, regardless of the Chevalier Code.
He's been threatening the nobles on
Am
the
I
Council
gonna
of
actually
Heralds.
get this again?
Typical.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gaspard's always been a bully,
Okay.
regardless of the Chevalier Code.
So that's all I'm gonna do. We'll talk
We'll
later.
speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor.
So now, what am I gonna do? I know there's something I have to do, but I can't remember what. I think I'm gonna go back to the garden. I might be able to get into the trophy room now.
I didn't expect the Inquisitor to be so well versed in the game.
He was sent by Andraste.
You'll be bored.
Of course he played the game.
Because Andraste's about the game? Gosh, I wish I could find that one stupid coin.
Ah, there's the Dowager. Don't make eye contact.
She wouldn't want to speak with nobody like you anyway. How?
In the book, and I believe it was the Masked Throne, maybe, or maybe the Broken Throne. God, I really need to look that up. It goes into detail about Brielle and Celine's back history together, and the thing that Celine did, which broke up their relationship in every major city, and probably in all the small ones too, in Thedas, well, in southern Thedas at least, there are these alienage where city elves are, it's basically a ghetto, where city elves are forced to live, and it's a slum, and it's terrible, and you see it in great detail in Kirkwall, because you have an elf that companion who lives in there, Meryl, and it's really pretty sad. They have a Venedal, which is a sacred tree, and they try to keep up the traditions of the Dalish, but they're scorned by the Dalish who live, you know, in the woods, because they had a choice in being born there anyway, and they have to live basically as slaves and servants to the people of the city. So, and you also have an alienage in Origins. That one's a bit bigger, the one in Denerim. So there was basically there was an elf uprising going on with Brielle's full backing, because that's where she was from, and Celine had the alienage in Halamshiral, which is where the thing was going on, burned to the ground. So yeah, that would kind of end a relationship, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so right now my approval rating's pretty good, and I'm very happy about that. We're going to wander around. We're still not on a time limit for the moment, but we can't go into the trophy room. I think what I'm going to do first is run through the library real quick. I wonder if I can get anything from this space again. No. Because we did open up a way to get into the library, even though that's going to end up costing me a little bit of approval. It's good to have it open. So we'll come back through here. We'll see Dorian, but you know, we don't really have time to talk to him, even though I wish we did. And yeah, look at this grid here. You can tell when the curse is over, that's for sure. Now I'm going to start losing approval, but I need to come in here and get this veil fire, because there's a hidden room that I want to get to. And this may be where another one of the red Jenny caches is, for all I know. Now I believe you have to light them in a certain order, and I think this is going to be it. because you have Edian 1, Reveal, Edian 2, Reveal maybe? Then Judicale 1, Judicale 2, and these are all the urns of previous emperors of Florian, who was the last one before Celine. Yep, that was it. So now there's a nice, see, I've already gone down by 2 points. There's a nice little hidden loot room down here. With all kinds of stuff. The confusion grenade recipe, if that's a thing that you're into. What else am I going to get? Enhanced belt of range defense. That's always nice for melee classes. And I can lose this Veilfire torch now, but of course I'm not going to. It would be nice to be able to just drop it, but oh well. So now we're going to go into the library. And this is just the old plaque. The arrow of time flies only in one direction. Its path lights our way forward, whatever that means. The nice thing is you don't have to worry about being caught here, but you can't, if you're a rogue, you can't get into any of those. Halamshiral investigation clues. Grandchildren. I think this is, yeah, this is the succession, the family tree, basically. I do think I can go into here. Yeah. And there's going to be something else as well. Possibly another coin or correspondence, probably. Scandalous bribe. Ooh. So, it's counting the total number of things that I found, by the way. I'm not going to get 12 more points. That would make my life a lot easier, but no. Kinds of loot. Ooh, superior hunter mail. Nice. And as you can see, this is now the other side of that gallery that we saw before. More secrets. Secret research. I wonder if it's on cognitive science. And that's all that I can find there. But I only lost 3 points, so that's not bad at all. And there goes my torch, thank goodness. Now there's another scroll that shows there at some point, but... Alright, now that I've done that, I can go back and... Now is when we're going to go into the guards, or not the guards, the slave quarters. Just supposedly the servants' quarters, but yeah, they're slave quarters. Let's be real. By the way, if you bring Blackwell, this is where you find him down here. Iron Bull is eating everything in sight upstairs. Sarah likes spying on everyone. Cole is terrified here.
This could be worth checking out.
This is always the point where I'm like, okay, I'm done for the night. Oh, I just looked up and there's a beetle of some kind crawling on my wall. Ugh. Might be a firefly. I get so many bugs in here, I don't know why. I'm in a ground floor apartment, and I know that, God, occasionally I would get like a wasp in my old apartment and be like, what the hell did you get in here? But I keep getting these little caterpillars, and there was a daddy longlegs on the ceiling in my bedroom the other night. It took me forever to fall asleep, and then when I woke up it was not there anymore, and I didn't know if it was like had gone back to the outside world, or if it died and fell, or what. And I may never know because I'm not going to get the courage to look behind my bedside table and find out. Oh my God, I'm so insect phobic. It's really actually started to become an issue in a bad way. Like, I mean, I don't like leaving my house anyway, but we're supposed to have cicadas again this year. I hate cicadas. I hate them. I know they're dumb and big and slow and they don't hurt you. I don't care. I don't want them anywhere near me. This is taking a super long time to load, so I can just babble about how much I hate insects and bugs of all kinds. Okay, so the first thing you have to do when you get to this point is re-equip all your stuff, because you're in your...
Someone will be held accountable for this.
Why am I... I have a sword and shield. Why? I don't know how you get these weapons. Look, Varric has daggers. What the hell? So you have to go in and re-equip all your stuff. Because this isn't just insane. There's my prismatic great axe. You also have to do your armor, and I'll do that after this. But, you had Bloodwake, right? I think? Yeah. I went the wrong way. Cassandra should have... I'm looking for one-handed. The Dwarven... No, the War... Actually, that War Axe isn't bad. I might give it to Blackwall later. And she had the Seeker Shield. And then, of course, you get Bianca. Now we'll put our armor back on. Fortunately, you don't have to re-equip all your rings and crap. But, like, oh my god. Superior. Oh, actually, that is really good. That's what I had him in, I think. Oh, that is what I had him in. Oh my goodness. I am, yeah. I don't even know. I'll just give him a Carter hat. You may notice, by the way, that I don't have hats showing on any of my people, and that's just because I don't really care for the appearance of most of the hats. They just tend to look silly to me. I could put him some other formal attire of 40 instead of 39, but let's give him the good battle mage mail. And there's an Orlesian mask. I wonder what that looks like on him, actually. But no, I'm not going to equip that right now. I'm going to give him the battle mage cowl. And that should be everybody. Yeah, and see, we don't have to re-equip our accessories, thank goodness. So now here we are in the servants' quarters. And this is what happened to all those elves who've been going down to the kitchen.
Elves Briala's people are looking for.
This has been a frickin' slaughter is what this has been. Oh, I need to level up Varric real quick. 3 points, jeez. We're going to keep him going in the Artificer. Tricks of the Trade. Let's see, what else can I give you? Oh, come on. Oh, I guess I can do a couple things. I've been doing sabotage for him? Well, let's do those for the bonuses anyway. Okay. And then there's a journal over here. Since I took that box up to the Grand Apartments, 9 people have subtly tried asking me where the vault is, including a couple of chevaliers, the 5th undergardener, one of the Grand Duchess's footmen. I'm not mad enough to tell. So there's obviously something in the Grand Apartments that we're going to have to go find. Now, in here, so many frickin' bodies. I really hate this. The nice thing you'll notice, my court approval is counting down, but it's much slower when I'm in here, which is good because I have to do some very tricky jumping right now. That's probably going to take up all of the rest of the episode. You know, I can't even land on a barrel. For frick's sake. Come on. There we go. So now I have to get up here. There's different ways to do this, but this I find is the easiest of the lot. And there's a Hala statue, which is what I'm going for, and there's also a book. I hate that you can't just orient yourself and walk. The Servants' Palace of the Winter Palace. Servants' Wing of the Winter Palace. During her reign's 5th year, Empress Celine substantially expanded the palace servants' living quarters. They now encompass a large stretch of garden which the landscape artist Trino designed. It is considered one of the finest examples of his style in Orlais. Okay, and no, this is a single beam. See, there's a Hala statuette up there that I'm going to have to get because I need all the statuettes I can get. And that takes care of that. Ooh, I slide down for some reason. And then come back in here, and we're going to go out into here, and we're going to find some badness. Look at, you know, what? It's astonishing to me, like, how many servants are dead, and they're only missing, they act like, oh, we just missed a few here and there. It's like, I've already seen at least 15 bodies, if not more. Like, how can they miss so many?
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
Does this guy seem out of place to anyone else?
Is that the Chalon family crest? What have you been up to, Gaspard?
I'm to have a word with the Duke.
Oh, shoot. I'm about to go into bed and I forgot to change the sound tone of it. It's not going to let me. God damn it. Alright, well, I'm just going to have to try to...
That must be the Venatori leader.
Try to keep as much attention on me as possible.
The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Okay. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Oh my gosh. Cassandra, I'm so sorry. How did I miss her? Okay, she was wearing this, and I think she had the other Carter hat, but that works. Alright. So now this is really looks a lot like it should be. We're meant to think that it's Gaspard, but I don't think Gaspard would be that clumsy. But we need to find out who did that. Ooh, that's those mines just went off. Also, you can pick up quite a bit of gold just lying around here, which is nice. And there's herbs here and there too. Mostly just elf fruit and stuff. Oh no, I'm down to 71 now. All of these random sacks, I'm just gonna kind of make sure that they get to the right hands. Love one-shotting these guys. Alright, now before we go any further, is there any more loot? See, even more dead guys, just everywhere. Like anyone who just happened to be in the area has been ruthlessly slaughtered. And at this point, when you see Tuventer, you should basically think, oh, Corypheus. Because that's where he's from, or was originally, and he wants to restore the Tuventer Empire to its former glory, even though the Empire is not what he remembers it as being.
Let's look around.
Yeah. Look around, look around. Yeah, that's another thing I keep doing. Oh, look, a Hala. Hala! A lot of these doors you can't open. Just, that is what it is. Alright, guys, let's get down. Now that we cleared out those Venatori, we can go in here. I think court approval actually, the rate that it decays slows when you do this section because you're going to be away from it for so long. And who knows what you're doing, you know? Okay, the grand apartments. Now there's more to discover in here. There's another loot box. I'm actually almost out of time for this episode, so maybe this will be a good point to... there's some Venatori I'm going to run into in this room. So yeah, I'm going to leave this episode here. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like or a comment, or maybe even subscribe. I do appreciate every single like or comment or anything that I get. I like to go through and occasionally and see how many numbers my videos have gotten, and I'm like, oh my god, 1,600 views. I'm a winner RI. But before my approval decays anymore, we're gonna go. So thanks for watching, and I hope I get to see you next time. Bye.